Okay, so the big question now is how do you get these legs from this side to this side without having to recreate them on your own and by mirroring the geometry so you can actually have irregular geometry or asymmetrical geometry here and have it mirrored on the other side. Otherwise, you could just go pull these around, duplicate them, and spin them around. But this is actually a much easier way to go, and it works. So in this case, it's going to be a little different approach depending on which of these kind of legs you have. If you have the mechanical legs, it's pretty easy. All you do is you pick both of them, okay, and you, in this case, I had these as groups, okay, because I scaled them a little bit to fit my spider shape here. You may or may not have that. But once you've got these together like this, you group them again, okay? So Command G, you'll see here I have a new group like this, and then literally all I need to do is Command D to duplicate the group like this. I'll just push it off this way, kind of like we did with the legs there. You don't need to do a lot with the edit or the duplicate special. And then you just go to find what direction they need to flip into. In this case, I'm looking at X, so I just go to the group transform here on the channel box, go to X, change it from 1 to -1, and that will flip them the other way, like so. And you can just plop them over here into their same position they were in before. And there you go. Now these are all independent, so each of these is going to then have its own manipulators that you can, you can change these around. Because nothing looks weirder than a spider that all the legs are exactly in the same position. It's totally unnatural. So I don't want to see anything like that in what you guys turn in, okay? It just looks weird. So make sure that you use these bones that you actually are doing things with to do something with it, okay? It's just much more fun that way. Okay, you can spin these guys around, you can rotate them different ways, okay? So they're not all the freaking same. Very important. Okay, how do you deal with these guys? This is a little trickier, okay? So for this, you kind of do like we did when we duplicated from one to the other. You just pick the geometry, okay? So I've got the geo here picked on these two. This is, and I should probably rename these leg 1, leg 2, something like that, so you can see it, but you'll deal with it. Okay, so I've got those two guys selected, okay? And notice, these are the joints associated with those guys. So in this case, I go to Edit, Duplicate Special, go to the option box, and I want to make sure this is checked, okay? Duplicate Input Graph. It's already set from when I did this before, okay? Then I click Duplicate Special, and what you're going to see in the outliner here is I'm going to get 2 of these, but I'm also going to get 2 new sets of joints, okay? Duplicate Special, and they are happily right underneath here. Then what you do is you pick these in the outliner, just the joints, not the geometry, okay? Get both of those, and you group those guys, okay? Command G, okay? Get the W key here. Then it follows the same kind of system that you did here, where you just scale them in whatever direction you're going, -1 in X in this case. And there they are. They did flip. That's okay. I'm just going to move them over here, like so. Okay. Get those puppies plugged into their sockets, like on the other side, like that. Then I can just go in and grab the geometry and mesh display reverse. Remember, this is poly geometry, so it's super easy to do that. Mesh display reverse, just flipping the normals like that. Now, of course, this one's going right through that. That's not a great look. Okay. So I probably should grab this guy, spin him around this way a bit more. Same here. I need to move those other guys back. And again, these are all independent now. And now we're getting something that looks a little more menacing, or at least interesting looking here, because we have that full mirror stuff going on, okay, which helps a ton. Okay, get this guy up. it's swatting at flies or some other thing here. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that should get you cooking there, like so. And then if you want to get all this stuff as one thing here, you can parent all of these joints to the main body of the spider, and then you can move this thing as one. Okay, so if I find all my stuff here, my different groups and things, all of that stuff, and you pick the spider last and hit P, and then you can move this guy and everything will come along with it, including the joints and the other stuff. I may do a video on that just to clarify a little bit, but that's the basic idea. Okay, and then if you did want to do something where you had like a spider body, not a vacuum cleaner, not like this, but a spider body that had bones in it as well, you would parent the leg roots here to the bones inside the spider. So I could make a spider here where this thing could be rotated around and moved, things like that. Again, this is a very quick project, 2 weeks, just to get you into the idea of posing geometry and being able to do a few more complex things with what you do rather than keeping everything static. Okay, so hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. If not, you can always reach me during chats on Canvas, during class, or email me and I'll figure out what the problem is. Okay, all right, later.